Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Sunday, December 10th, 2017. As you can see, a little overcast today, so a little cold. We got snow on the ground. There was snow on the panels earlier, but I cleaned them off. Actually, I've done that twice today. I did it this morning, and then I did it again this afternoon. Probably not a lot of power today. We'll take a look just for fun, because I haven't even turned the solar on today, just because I know that it's probably not in the best of shape. So we'll go take a look at that first. Kind of give you an idea on a very overcast, snowy day. Let's see here. Alright. Sorry for jiggling this camera all over the place. Alright. Turn this part on for a second. Okay. Actually better than I anticipated, to be honest with you. This set over here has pulled in 0.5 today. And this set has pulled in 0.3. So we've brought in 0.8 kilowatt hours of power, which is horrible, to be honest with you. But I'm absolutely surprised that it brought in that much, to be honest with you. And I'll show you why. Now these panels aren't so bad, but these ones here, look at how, I mean, they got quite a bit of coverage of snow and stuff blocking them, and they still pulled in 0.3 even despite that. So anyway, I want to talk about something today, and I think this goes with a lot of people, and I wanted to talk about this. Heather said something probably a couple months ago, and I love the terminology she used, and I think it's actually perfect and it's fitting. It's fitting for all of us, okay? And what she said was, succeed out of spite. And I'm going to take that one further and say, succeed despite your circumstances, okay? Everybody has a reason of why they're not successful and why they can't do this or they can't do that. Be it environmental, circumstances of life, whatever. And my thing is this. I like the terminology succeed out of spite, because all my life I've had people telling me what I couldn't do. And, oh, you can't do that. There's no way you'll be able to do that. And every time that I have had somebody tell me that, it makes me more determined to show them that I can do that, okay? That I can achieve those goals that I said that I was going to achieve. Like my one buddy, when we moved down here, him and I, we actually had a discussion not that long ago, and probably a couple months ago. And he said to me, he goes, man, I got to tell you what. He goes, you have impressed the crap out of me. And I went, why? He goes, here you are, you move off grid, you have no carpentry skills, no kind of skills as far as, you know, electrical, as far as solar goes, or anything else. And despite all those things, you've done it. And, you know, and I told him, I said, you know, it's because I'm a determined person. And when somebody tells me what I can't do, I'm going to show them. I'll be like, oh yeah, you know, watch me, you know. And I'm a big proponent of that, you know. Oh, I can't do that? Watch me. And, you know, it's just, we all need to have that mindset. We all need to get ourselves in that place where instead of listening to those negative people in our lives, in society, or wherever, or online, whatever you want to, you know, being successful, and it's like, you know, out of spite, if you will. Just to basically prove to them that you can do what they told you you couldn't do. I'm going to tell you a quick story, and it goes back to when I was younger. And my little brother, He's 4 years younger than I am, and he's a good kid. He's a good kid. And I was a very bad influence. I will be 100% honest with that. And he was my stepbrother, and his mother hated my guts. I mean, she hated me. And I ran into her at a store one time. She used to work at Wegmans, and she's passed away now. She's not with us anymore, but she had worked at Wegmans, and I had gone in there, and I remember her saying to me, she goes, "You're a loser, you've always been a loser, and you always will be a loser." And I remember at the time I laughed in her face. And I went home and I thought about what she had said, and it really pissed me off. Really pissed me off, because she was right. And man, that really just got under my craw, you know. The decisions that I had made up to that point in my life and those things that I had been doing put me on a certain path. And it was a path of my choosing, don't get me wrong. I'm 100% responsible for my own actions. But I decided, you know what? I'm going to prove her wrong. Not so much for her, but for myself. And probably a year and a half later, I ran into her again. And I walked up to her and I went, "Nancy, I want to thank you for something." And this woman hated my guts. And she was like, "What?" I'll never forget the way she said that. I said, "I want to thank you for something you said to me." And I told her what she had said. And I said, "And I didn't hate the fact that you said that to me." I said, "I hated the fact that you were right." And I said, "And I've done something about it." And she goes, "You hate me that much?" I go, "You don't understand, Nancy." I go, "I don't hate you at all." I said, "I hated the fact that you were right in your assessment of me at that point in my life." And then I did something about it. And here's the thing is, guys, all of us can do that same exact thing. I don't care where you're at in your life, what mistakes you've made previously. I don't care if you've made felony mistakes, okay? We all make mistakes, every one of us. We are not perfect. I'll tell you what, if I had gotten caught for some of this stuff that I had done back in the day, my life would be on a whole different path, you know. And but you know, like I said, it's just decisions that we make and choices that we make are going to shape who we are and who we become. And like I said, you have that opportunity, despite of where you come from, despite of your background, poor, rich, middle class, doesn't matter, city, country, you know, suburbia, none of it matters. Don't matter where you come from. It's what you do with the opportunities that are presented before you. And if you grasp those opportunities, you can do anything you want to do in life. And I don't mean this to be like a preachy message today, but it was just something that I was thinking about, and it was really kind of, you know, I wanted to share it with you. Because I want all of you guys, all of you, to succeed out of spite, to succeed despite your circumstances. That's what I want you to do. And, you know, it's to me, that's important. Because here's the thing is, if we're all successful and we're all doing things positive, it just makes everything else better. It really, truly does. And you're a much happier person, you know, because of those situations, you know. And that's what it's all about, realistically, is trying to be a happy person, have a good life, treat the people around you with kindness and dignity, and give what you get. I mean, if somebody's an a-hole, don't mean you have to be one back to them. You just don't have anything to do with them. Why would you want to put yourself in a situation with those type of people? That's the point. So I try to be positive. I try to have fun. Even at work, we joke and we laugh and we have a good time. You know what I mean? We try to, under the circumstances. But, you know, life is so short. And like I said, to be successful, it makes you feel good. I'm going to tell you what, one of the most happiest days of my life, and I'm going to go back, other than the fact of having my kids. I mean, that was a freaking absolutely joyous day. But going back before then, when I graduated from nursing school, and I took my boards and I got my license, God, I'll tell you, you know, it was like, I made it. I've actually done something positive, and I'm going to be... And it's not even a matter of being a productive member of society. It's just being able to take care of yourself. And that was a really, really good day. So I just wanted to share this with you today. And I definitely want your guys' feedback on this topic. I want your thoughts on it. And I want to know what you think, okay? And, you know, I truly believe anybody can do this. Believe me, if I can do this, anybody can do this. Anybody can, really. And... But anyway, starting to get dark here at the homestead. It's a little after 4 in the afternoon. I got this, I was splitting up some of this wood that I had here from before, so I don't always have to use a wood splitter. This wood is really nice and dry and split really easily. I've already split some of it and brought that into the house before, and so I'll bring in more of this now. And so that way we got more wood to burn, and I'm going to burn that up first before I dig into anything else. And it's been burning really good. So, alright guys, listen. Hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And let me just say this real quick. Go Cowboys. Big win today. Beat the Giants. Even though the Giants suck, but we still took care of business, and that's what we needed to do. Remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, the only one that's going to stop you from doing that is yourself. Nobody else. Just you. And you know, that's realistic, and that's where that whole thing kind of comes from. Succeed out of spite, you know. Succeed despite your circumstances. That's what realistically what life is about, you know. Just making decisions that are going to be positive for you, and stop making stupid decisions. That's really where we need to be. All right, so I hope Heather just got home a little while ago. Eddie's spending an extra day with his mom. He's getting another tooth pulled tomorrow, and then he'll come home on Tuesday. So I hope everybody's hanging in there, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.